I don't really know if I have a favorite number because I don't know. Maybe 777. If anything, 777 is my favorite number. But I want to share with you three numbers that have changed my life completely: 50, 30, 20. Again, 50, 30, 20. So I'm going to put my glasses on so that I can read, because if I don't read, if I don't put my glasses on, I can't see. So today on the show, we're going to dive into the 50, 30, 20 rule and talk about how if this can up level your life. Give me a second. Let me pull up my information real quick. But we're going to dive into the 50, 30, 20 rule. And I promise you, this has absolutely changed my life. I wish somebody had told me about this like when I was younger, but I found out about this way later in life. When I say way later, way later. And what it does, as we dive into it, is a simple money principle that has reshaped my financial journey. It frames your budget, just like numbers on paper, right? So stay tuned. If there's something that interests you, please stay tuned because this is what I did to increase my earnings. The 50, 30, 20 rule is a simple budgeting guideline to help you manage your money wisely. It suggests that you use your after tax income in three categories. How many categories? Three categories: 50%, 30%, and 20%. When I learned this, I tell you, I was amazed. I'm like, why didn't somebody teach me this when I was younger? But that's okay. I got the principle later in life. I learned later in life. So I want to share with you. 50%, let's start with 50%. 50% of your after tax income should go to your needs. Now, everybody has a different need in life, but there are some essential needs for the human being, right? A house, a roof over your head. So, a roof over your head is something everybody needs. Everybody needs a place to live. We don't want to be homeless. So, after your after tax income, 50% of that should go to your rent or your mortgage, the insurance for your home, a vehicle, of course, and insurance for that vehicle. Well, I know here in Florida, it's a no fault state, but most of us want to have car insurance. And of course, your medical insurance. You got to eat. So you need food, you need groceries, that sort of thing. It differs for everyone, but you get the idea. So the first thing is 50%. When we talk about the 50, 30, 20 rule, 50% of your after tax, hear that, after tax income should go to the things you need in life. You got to eat. Food makes tomorrow possible. You need a roof over your head. You need insurance for your house in case it gets flooded, or if you go to the bank, they're going to include it's the principal, interest. So in insurance, that's included in your mortgage, so you need that. You probably need a vehicle, not necessarily. Most of us, where I live, I need a vehicle because there are no buses here. I live in a suburb, so well, in a country, so I need to be able to get to work, meetings, my place of worship. It's something I need, and of course, insurance for that. So 50% of your after tax income goes to your needs. Next is 30%. 30% of your after tax income should go to your wants, the things you want. What are some things we want? These are things we have. I just look as I look at myself right here in the camera. I can see things I want but don't need. I don't need these earrings. I don't need a bracelet. I don't need nails. I don't need to have nails. I certainly don't need to have a fancy hairdo. I want it. I don't need to eat out. I don't need to go to a movie out. I don't need Netflix, and I don't need Prime and Hulu, all the subscription I pay for. Yes. I don't need them. I don't need to go on vacation 5 times a year. I don't You don't need to go on vacation at all. You can just drive to the beach. But it's your money. It's We work so that we can enjoy the things we want. You want to have fine dining, you want to have a glass of wine, whatever it is you want to do. 30% of your after tax income should go to that. And I'm going to give some examples in a minute. All right. So, again, 50% of your after tax income goes to your needs, capital letter needs. 30% will go to your wants. Thank you. And I want to say welcome to anybody who's hopped on here, who joined me, whether you're watching on TikTok, YouTube, where else, Facebook. I want to say hello. I see I can't see without my glasses, but I want to say hello to some people that have joined me: Cheryl, Clarissa, Amanda, who've joined me on TikTok, and Dory D. Thank you so much. Please stay till the end, and if you have any questions, I will definitely answer them for you. It's going to be a short video, but let me quickly backtrack. We're talking about the 50-30-20 rule. I promise you, when I learned this, I kick my own self in the foot. I'm like, why didn't I know this before? Why didn't somebody teach me this when I was younger? I wish somebody taught me this in my teenage years, but I didn't learn it until late 20s or 30s. It absolutely reshaped and changed my life. When I understood, I don't have to, it took away the confusion of the money equation. It took away the confusion of balancing and understanding finances and understanding my a budget, not my budget, just budget in general. It took that confusion away. I had no idea. I'm like, what should I put away? What should I do? All I need to know in order to live a successful life financially and have a healthy financial life, I need to put away, I need to have 50% of my income after taxes go towards my need. So, for example, let's say you make $4,000 a month. If you want to know if you're living within your means, you can use this equation to help you. When you get your job, at the beginning of getting your job, you said, okay, if I make this much, this is what I do. So now you make $4,000 a month. How much of that goes towards your need? Off the bat, $2,000. $2,000 should be your need. If you cannot scale $2,000 from your income, then you should not be spending that. So from $4,000, $2,000 goes towards your need. $1,200, this is a $4,000 per month salary. $1,200 you have can go towards your wants. Putting away for vacation, getting your hair done, your nails done. That's what you can do with that. The last of this principle or this rule is the 20%. Again, we're talking about the 50-30-20 rule. What do you do with the 20%? You put it in savings. You put that away for a rainy day. A rainy day, they call it. Personally, I don't believe in rainy days. This is just me talking. My name is Paulette Rolle-Alesnik, and you might not be like Paulette Rolle-Alesnik. But Paulette Rolle don't believe in rainy days. I'll tell you why. I was taught when I was younger, oh, save for a rainy day. Put your money away just in case. And guess what? I created my own rainy days. I made the emergencies just so I could spend the money. So my rainy days came a little bit too often. So now I use the phrase, put 20% away for investment. Put that away, tuck it away where you cannot get to it so easily, and let that money grow. Let that money grow. Hi, Jasmine. And I can't tell the other person, but you put 20% of your money away to grow your money. If you want to put it in a bank where you make less than 1% interest a year, if that works for you, you could do that. I wouldn't advise that. I would advise that you get with a financial advisor, even within your bank, and ask them, where can I put this money where it can grow just a little bit, right? Because 5% of your $1,000 is still better than less than 1%. 10% of your $1,000. So let me recap really, really quickly. It is late. But I said, I'm going to work. I've had a very interesting day, but I want to make a commitment to myself to help those in my community, no matter how small. I want to help those in my community understand money, become more financially literate, because somebody helped me. Somebody helped me. And I believe so many of us are hurting financially in these America. Like so many people are hurting. Middle income is now poor. Rich is now middle income. So I believe understanding money and getting certain formulas can help us up level our finances. So that's why I'm approaching and I'm talking about the a principle that absolutely changed my life. 50, 30, 20. And now I'm not confused. Now I've been doing it, I've been practicing it for years, a while. I won't tell you how long because then you'll know my age. But I've been practicing it for a while and it's really, really helped me. Let me go over this formula really quickly. If you make $4,000 a month, right? I think that's maybe in America, that's a little above poverty. So if you make $4,000 a month, you want to put 2,000, you need to be scaling that much for your needs, the house, the home insurance, the vehicle insurance, your food, the things your children need for school. $2,000 covers that. And then the things you want, you have the 30%. That's about $1,200 to do the things like go on a vacation, get your hair, your nails done, go to the movie, take your kids out, right? I think having fun and being able to spend some of your money just keeps you motivated and makes working less dreary. Because why work if you can't spend it and give your kids a good time or give you a good time? And then you have now from that $400, your $400 after tax income, you still have $800 to put away, right? You're putting it away to grow. If you are in debt, let me say this, you cannot be financially healthy if you are in debt. You cannot be financially free if you are in debt. So, what we're doing, first of all, the first action step would be to get rid of your debts, to become debt free. So, month one, as you pay your bills with that first $2,000, have some fun with the $1,200. And I would even say scale a bit of that, shave a little bit of that off to pay off the debt. But for sure, that 20%, that $800, that's going to pay your debt down and eventually paying it off until you get to the point after debt comes savings. You can't save money if you have debt because accumulative debt is just like the devil. You are paying interest on it. So get rid of your debt first and then you save and then you invest so your money can grow. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Hi, Jimmy. Hi, Jimmy. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Clarissa. Hi, Cheryl. Thank you all for hopping on. They're on TikTok. They're on TikTok. So let me recap really, really quickly. Again, we are talking about the 50, 30, 20% rule. And it's a formula to help with your budget, right? That's all it is. That's all it is. Just remember that. They're my favorite number. They are my favorite numbers. It's a simple budgeting formula to help you manage your money wisely. And again, it is suggested by the professionals that you divide your money 50, 30, 20. 50% of it goes to the things you need in your life, and only you know what that is. But basic human needs, you need at least a shelter, right? You need something, you need to eat, you need something over your head. And 30% goes to the things you want. They're not a necessity, but you want them. It's your money. Spend it how you want to. And lastly, 20% goes to first pay off your debt, then we're saving it. And I do not say rainy day, but rather investing that money so that it can grow. Okay? Do you have any questions at all? You want to be financially free. You want to make sure that you're not just living for today. Make sure you're not spending 100% of your money, or even, you're not you don't want to spend more than you earn, and you don't want to spend your money before you have it. Before you have it, like robbing Peter to pay Paul, right? That's debt. So try to shave off. And I'm getting into something else. That's not what the video is about today. But yeah, I hope that helps you. Let me see if there are any questions. I don't see any questions right now. But I want to say, if this information helps you at all, my name is Paulette Rolle-Alesnik, and I share on this channel. I talk about finances, about growth, but I also have some beautiful people, some beautiful guests on this podcast that share their Jesus story, whether it's on in wealth or health, some kind of healing story. So join me next Thursday, because I'm going to have a guest. I should have a doctor in the house to share with us ladies how to stay healthy. So whether you're watching this live right now on TikTok or YouTube, Facebook, you can put questions in the chat, or on the replay in the comment. I'll always get back to you. Again, this is Paulette. This is the Roll With It podcast. I appreciate you hopping on late at night to be with me. Please be a part of our community. And how do you do that? Simply subscribe. If you know somebody who might not be doing as well as you are in your finances, why don't you share this video with them? Even young people, even teenagers, they're never too young to learn about healthy finances. They're never too young to learn how to put their money away, because they might be working at McDonald's, but the principle still applies. Whether they're a billionaire, the principle still applies. Simple. For them, a younger person, their needs might be their telephone, because they can't go anywhere without it. It might be their computer. So our needs would differ. It doesn't matter whether they're a billionaire or a McDonald's worker. This principle applies. 50% for the things we need in our lives, 30% for the things we want, not a necessity, but we want them. We want to be pretty. We want some things. Like, this is a need. I need this to see. Don't need to hear, don't need the earrings, certainly don't need the nails, but I need glasses and I need to eat. And lastly, 20%, we put it away in a savings. First, pay off your bills and then savings. But anyways, thank you so much. Let me say hello to some people watching. Jimmy, Clay, Clarice, I said that before, Cheryl, and League. I can't pronounce some of these names. Thank you so much. They're on TikTok. For those of you on YouTube or Facebook, thank you. Again, my name is Paulette, and join me next Thursday, because I'm going to have a guest. Until next time, bye now.